Okay, there's something else on my trailer. Wasn't going to say anything about this, but I brought it home here, and it's a 1982 Grumman Olson Chevrolet P30 chassis with a 354 barrel and a TH 400 transmission. Basically, I brought it home to use as a shed, so that's why I wasn't going to say much. But today we're going to cut all the brakes off it because they're seized right up. But I brought it home because it's a big aluminum box. So here's a spare tire off the trailer. So basically we're going to take everything that's underneath it out, other than what it needs to roll. Which means we're going to take the rear drums off and just put hubs back on, so it's just like an idler setup. In the front here, I've already got the torches out. I'm going to take calipers off, so it's just rotors to roll. So I'm going to do that. Engine and trans is going to come out. This thing was on propane, so we got these tremendous propane tanks to remove. That'll get rid of a lot of weight. We'll pull the dry shaft, we'll pull the exhaust, you know, just everything that it doesn't need. So up front here, I've dealt with this style caliper a lot in the past. You'll never get these clips off. They'll never slide out of there once they've been seized up. So I take the torches and I just cut them, take a hammer and chisel, knock them out, and then our caliper comes off. So in this style of brake, that's how that clip sits to hold the caliper on. So like I say, once you blow the outside of it off, you take a punch and you can just punch it through like that. Off comes your caliper. Okay, so moving to the back. If you ever have to take the brakes off of one of these trucks, what you're going to have to do is take that axle out. You take the axle out, and you're going to take all the retainers and everything out, and then you're going to slide the drum off. And say you have to replace the drum, you have to pop out all the studs and separate it from the hub for a new drum. So we're going to do pretty much the same thing, except what we're going to do is we're going to take it all apart, we're going to separate it from the drum, and then we're going to put studs back in the hub and just put the hub back on, because obviously we don't need brakes where this is going. Okay, with it undone, you're going to take a hammer and you're going to come right here and you're going to go, and it's going to come out. Okay, so what you need technically to remove that axle retaining nut socket is a six-sided axle nut socket. I don't have one kicking around, so we're going to do the next best thing. You can see there's a little snap ring. We're going to take the snap ring out, and then we'll just take a punch in here and we'll just work our way around until it comes loose. Okay, the other thing I forgot to mention was this little keyway that goes in there. That guy just sits in here, right? It just retains a lock nut. So you pop it out, and now you can back your nut off. It's been a long time since I've done a chassis cab 14 bolt. Okay, with that out, you're looking at your bearing, right? That's your outer. The only thing is, if your truck has sat a long time like this one has, you're in for a fight, because now you got to get that drum off. Okay, I cheated a little bit, but that's basically how it goes. What I'll do is I'll pop all these springs off, and the rest of that goes in the trash too. But that's what I'm talking about. See our studs? So we're going to pop the studs back through, and then we'll pop them just into the drum itself. Okay, welcome back to my wind tunnel. So with all that put back together, we now have an idler hub, because we've already cut the drive shaft out of the truck. So now we can put our tires back on, and we have something that will roll.